Hello students, good morning. Today we will learn some things about verb. We will understand some terms regarding verb. So, what is verb? First of all, let me tell you student, verb means action word. Or when we want to describe action, then we use a word. That word is verb. For example, if I want to describe the action of walking, then I will say walk. W-A-L-K. Walk is a verb. Or when I want to say that I want to describe the action of running, then I will say run. Run is the verb here. So remember, verb means a word that describe action. A word by which we understand what is the action. So students, there are some other terms regarding verb. Number one is gerund. You must have heard this word gerund. Gerund means what? Verb plus ing. Verb plus ing, and it is used as noun. Remember, what is gerund? Gerund means there is a verb. It is added with ing, but its use is noun. For example, cook is a verb. Cook means स्वयंपाक करणे. Cook is a verb here. Then I am adding here ing. And when I use this word as a noun, then it will be called gerund. For example, cooking is a science. Cooking is a science. Or let us take another example. Second example, fight. Then ing. Fight is a verb, then I have added ing, means verb plus ing. And when I use this word as a noun, then it will be called gerund. For example, fighting is not good. So here fighting is working as a noun. Here cooking is working as a noun. And so these words are called gerund. We have made gerund by adding ing to the verb. So student, this was the first term about verb. What is the second term about verb? The second term is non-finite verb. Non-finite verbs, or it has another name, infinitive. Non-finite verbs or infinitive. What are such verbs? These are kinds of verb. They do not change according to your subject or according to your tense or according to your number. They remain same. For example, he can read. Remember student, this read word, this is the verb, and this verb can be called non-finite verb or infinitive. Reason, because this verb does not change according to what do we say, subject, etc. For example, if I put another subject, the verb will be same. Or let me give another example. They should play. Let us say they should play. This play verb is non-finite verb or it is infinitive. Why? Because this play does not change according to subject or its change, its tense, etc. For example, if I put here another subject, that is, if I say he in the place of they, if I say he, then the sentence will be he should play. same, it is not changing, means I am not adding here ing etc., it remains the same. So student also if I write here in the place of should, if I write here shall, then the sentence will be he shall play. Again I have used in the place of time I have changed here. So remember, means when we change our time, uh, when we change the tense, when we change the subject, when we change singular plural, the verb remains same. Such verbs are called infinitive or they are called non-finite verbs. Let us take little bit change example. I went to bring new pen. I went to bring new pen. Here to bring is infinitive or non-finite verb. Why it is? Because this when you want to change tense, you can change this verb tense, or when you want to change a subject, then according to subject this verb will change, but not this, because there are two verbs, one is went and second is to bring. So this to bring verb is called infinite or non-finite, sorry, infinitive or non-finite. Why? Because it does not change according to tense, it does not change according to subject. Let us change the subject, the verb will be same. They went to bring new pen, or let us say she went to bring new pen. It means I have changed subject and still this verb is the same, not changing. Sometimes this verb can change. If I change the tense of this verb, for example, if I change this sentence into simple present tense, the sentence will be she goes to bring pen. So here went change into goes, because this verb can change, but this verb remained same. If I use here word I, then again es will be cancelled, it will be removed. I go to bring new pen. Then remember student, what we understood here means there is no effect, there is no any effect on this verb to bring, to bring, to bring, to bring, to bring. This verb can change according to tense, according to the subject, but such verb do not change. Then what we will you will remember, non-finite verb or infinitive, where you will find such verb you find in auxiliaries. For example, in front of can, could, should, shall, will, may, might, such auxiliaries are there. In front of auxiliaries there come a verb, that verb is called infinitive verb or non-finite verb. And then let us move ahead little bit, we'll go ahead. So let me wipe the board. Now student, before this we have studied what is infinitive or non-finite verb. Remember that infinitive verb or non-finite verb means the verb with which is used with to, like to bring etc., or such verbs are used in auxiliaries, can, could etc. Now let us move to the another term in the verb, that is finite verb. What is finite verb? Finite verb changes its form according to tense, according to subject, according to the number of subject, that is singular, plural, etc. For example, they are good. So this verb is a finite verb because this verb will change according to the tense, or this verb will change according to the number. For example, this is a plural number subject. If I change it into singular number, then this verb will change. For example, she, then R will change into is. It means what? When the verb changes according to the number, it is called finite verb. Or let us say, take another example. Such verb changes according to time also. This is the present, and when I want to change this into past, then again there will be change in the verb. For example, they are will change into were. Good. Means I change the time, I change here the tense, and then are change into were. So let us take another example. I gets up early morning. Sorry. The sentence is I get up early morning. Now verb is get up. This verb will change according to the tense and time also. For example, if I want, this is simple present tense. When I will change into simple past tense, there will be change in this verb. So the sentence will be I got up early morning. So get up change into got up. This verb can change according to time, according to tense. So this is called finite verb. Also this can change, or this can change in, according to its number. For example, this is the first person singular number. When I use here third person singular number subject, then there will be, for example, he. There will be gets. My get will change into gets. Yes, I am adding yes because subject changed. Gets up early morning. So what will you remember here? Means finite verb means the verb that changes according to the tense, or the verb that changes according to the subject. When we change the subject, verb also changes. When we change the tense, verb also changes. And such verbs are called finite verbs. So remember student, what we have learned so far, that finite verbs, non-finite verb and gerund. Now let us move ahead, one step ahead. There are some terms. They are called homophone and homographs. Homophones. Again, this is regarding pronunciation, phonetics, etc. What is the homophone? Homophone means when sound is same but spelling is different. What is there? Homophone means sound same but spelling different. For example, fair, the word F-A-R, fair, and this fair, F-A-R-E, fair. This fair means F-A-I-R, we say fair, sound is same. This is also F-A-R-E, fair. Both words have the same sound, but their spellings are different. Here it is F-A-I-R, here there F-A-R-E. Or let us take another example, SEAC. And also there is another word, it is also called the same, SEEC. Means spelling is different but sound is same. The way of uttering सेम म्हणजे उच्चार करण्याची पद्धत, उच्चार करणं तिचा उच्चार सारखाच असतो, त्यावेळेस त्याला होमोफोन म्हणायचं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल SEAC, SEEC, spellings are different but sound is same. Or let us take another example, WON, own, and OWN, own. Again spelling different, sound same, own, own. So such words are called homophones. Sound same but spelling different. Now there is another term, students, that is called homographs. What is homographs? Here sound is same, spelling is also same, but use is different or its meaning is different. What do you understand here? Sound same, comma, sound same, spelling is also same, spelling same. And what is different? But meaning is different. Why meaning is different? Let us see what is there. For example, there is word play. Now this word, and let us write one more word, play. Now play, play. This same word play and play both have sound same, but they can have different meaning. So let us write one only, not necessary two. So PLAY, play means खेळणे, and also it has another name or another meaning. Play means show of a drama, or play means drama. प्लेचा अर्थ एक होतो नाटक आणि दुसरा अर्थ होतो खेळणे. When such words are there, means their sound is same, spelling is also same, but meanings are different. Such words are called homographs. For example, this same word we can use in different way, two ways. Let us give one example. I play chess. Here play means खेळणे. I play chess. Shakespeare wrote 37 plays. Shakespeare is a famous dramatist. Shakespeare wrote 37 plays. Here play means natka. Play means natka. So play means खेळणे. Here play means natak. So this was the homograph. Can you guess another example of homograph? Which has same spelling but meaning is different. So student, these are the examples, and you'll find more examples if you think there. And this was how we understood homophones and homographs. Means today I have discussed that finite verb, non-finite verb, gerund, and then homophones and homographs. Remember student, all these topics, all these terms have come after your lesson. Means his first flight, there is a language study if you see in your textbook, and also after Be Smart, after that lesson of Be Smart, if you check in the language study, you will find today's grammar topics. So so far we have understood here. I hope that you also understood. So student, we will meet in the next video next time. Thank you.